who is your target customer? What platforms are they engaging on? If it's Pinterest, go after Pinterest. Own Pinterest. If it's Facebook, if it's Twitter, if it's Instagram, even if it's Snapchat, what have you, there are a lot of mediums out there. And I like to think that social media especially, it's a big ocean. And there's multiple small ponds, which are the individual social networks. And every social network out there might not be a relevant fit for your brand. So identify again, who are the consumers that are really driving the conversation, and then develop content that's relevant and specific for them. That's really one piece of the puzzle though, in content creation. The second piece to that is, what's your engagement strategy? So what I mean by that is, customers do not go on social media to be sold to. And social media is not about selling or advertising. It's about building community. It's about building that community of loyal customers that are going to do business with your brand because they evangelize your brand. They're advocates for your brand. So with keeping that in mind and keeping the end game in mind, which is to sell more product, how you get there is not only by posting content, but it's also by having conversation that comes from that content. You have brands out there that today, they're not just brands known as logos, they're media companies, they're publishers. And you can take any enterprise brand today that's leveraging social really well, and what you're gonna find is they've developed communities on these networks. And they typically drive back to one place, which is either their website, especially when you see in e-commerce, brands are trying to drive these massive customer communities back to their websites to go ahead and buy more product, or you have brands that are trying to drive more opt-ins to their loyalty program or downloads to their app. So I think the common trend that you're going to continue to see is you have brands as we know them as the logos, but really behind the scenes, their marketing teams are publishing houses and their media companies. They're producing a lot of content at scale to try to drive as much awareness and conversation, and hopefully that conversation and awareness is leading to conversions. Improving efficiencies through programmatic is great. I think the big challenge is you still have marketers that don't get what it is. That's one piece. And then you also have marketing teams that don't have the budget to have these massive media buys. And at the end of the day, while automation is great, there still needs to be a human element that can go ahead and decipher the data and the details. And it comes back down to that one key driver when you're building out a marketing campaign or strategy. Who are you trying to reach? And what's great about programmatic is once you've identified who you want to reach, then you can work with the media buying companies that are going to serve your ads to a relevant audience. And as a marketer myself, I rather invest in media that I know I'm going to be reaching that target demographic, as opposed to just having ads that sit out there that could be seen by virtually anybody.